television, when we started, used to call web-based instruction. And you will get different names for it. All you're doing, something digital, like on and off. Any electronic thing you use, those are e-learning. Any electronic thing you use. So your grandmother said, I don't know what's electronic. I don't know what's e-learning. No, you're using it. Don't you listen to radio? That's so thank you, our honorable, our dean, Pfizer, and we have Ohio friends and colleagues there. All are here, are some lay friends here. And I'm happy because I want to make it very informal. So you can ask me questions even after I'm done. And I would like to have you involved in this presentation. So first of all, what is e-learning? If you can run the video, this is one of the universities in USA. If you can run this. Because YouTube. Don't show the picture there. Right, this started, but okay, let's start from the beginning. By the way, you know, any place you go, you know, okay, go ahead. Can you get the full page? Thank you. Hi, volume.
My name is Badrul. I'm so happy to teach this class. So many of you are probably wondering what is e-learning. So let's write E, and then we have learning. So E, you see E means all electronic devices or tools. So that means what you have, everything that you use, like your hardware, like your cell phone, your laptop, your television, radio, satellite, your Wi-Fi, all the technologies, including your learning management system, these are part of E. When these E technologies are used to develop learning, then we call e-learning. So let me show you, for learning we have pedagogy, or you can say andragogy. And within that we have instructional design. So in this course, what we try to do is to make a good combination of this E and learning together and come up with a framework, which is, you see, the framework is appear right here. It does pedagogy and technology together to create meaningful learning. So far we have technology plus pedagogy and other issues that involve, we're going to study all of it. So in this course we are going to have a lot of fun, because in this course we're going to create a meaningful, easily accessible e-learning which is cost-effective and also it will be interactive. So thank you, and with the next lesson we'll probably come up with more interesting ideas about different technologies and how we're making interactive lessons. Thanks.
So you heard me explaining, because every countries I go, there's what is e-learning. They think e-learning is big, artificial intelligence counts. No, E means electronic, but to design learning, you need to look into learning theories. Learning prescriptive and descriptive theories. Prescriptive theories are giving the guidance, like right use, elaboration, theory, Merrill's. So one would be more like a descriptive. Cognitive flexibility theory, these are descriptive. So how one can learn best, that comes from what you know about your learner, know the content and learning instruction design. But E is electronic devices. From radio, even if I say my thumbnail on my thumb becomes a viewing device. So that's a part of e-learning tool and technology. But the learning you must have either academic degrees or experience in learning theories which prescribe for instructional design techniques and principles. That's what we got our PhD. I got my PhD in Instructional System Technology from Indiana University of Bloomington. I was a founding director and professor of Education Technology graduate program at the University of Texas, and I was a founding director of Educational Technology graduate program at the University of George Washington University. And I have at least 400 students who are in senior executive position in the government and other settings as a learning strategist in instructional designers. But all of you, all over the world, you think e-learning is software, e-learning is technology. No, E is one small part of the learning. You as a professor, you as an instructor, you know how your students can learn better. That knowledge base will help you use the tool. Like right now, I use this microphone to convey my message. This is basically a tool. E is just a tool or device. But learning is something to come from you. So you can see in e-learning, the designer of the content could be anywhere in the world. Content could be somewhere else, professor could be somewhere else, teacher and students could be sitting somewhere in the desert. You don't know each other. But what they see on the screen and how engaging, interactive you have created, that becomes learning that sticks. This book I want to write with Harvard University Press with Professor Muhammad Yunus, the Nobel laureate, that I've been thinking sustainable education development. It's been difficult to get all the data collected. I always wanted to teach a course, say something that sticks in your mind, learning that sticks. So my next book, I'll talk about it. I'm doing several books. One is called Learning Snippets. So all that will be used, but make sure the students enjoy it, it's interactive, it's meaningful. So now that you don't know where the students are, you really don't know. You may have created this course in some place in Ohio, Miami, Ohio, or Athens, somewhere, but it's going all over the world. It's been distributed all over the world. So content could be located somewhere, in a structure, could be other places. It's a geographically diverse zones. The content, how you design it, that's important. First of all, can you think about who are the biggest stakeholders of e-learning? Anyone? It's the big question. It's not who has the stake in it. Who are the most important part of e-learning as human students? Excellent. So, what students want is going to be a major factor. They are the first of the learners, and who else are the stakeholders? Huh? Why you guys are so quiet today? It's so simple. That's you, instructors, professors. I hope you have some coffee. You know, at George Washington University, I never look like a professor. I'm just a friend. Most of my graduate students, someone is like sleeping, like moving, like I said, okay, go get some coffee. It's on me. Because we had, one coffee machine, drink coffee, come back. Are you sober? Are you full alert? Because I don't want to waste time saying the same thing. Because I always say that the person who missed it, later on they get excited, ask the question, what, then I have to go back. So I want to make sure is coffee, I don't know if it's available right now, but make sure we want to have fun. And when I bring to you, I was in Iraq. So they invited me, we proposed creating Iraqi virtual university, top-notch in the world. Top-notch, artificial intelligence, all this thing, but has to be meaningful. Then I come to Bangladesh. I came to Bangladesh where I introduced something called knowledge carrier, knowledge bear. It will be totally environmental friendly vehicle. Will be going to remote places for the marginalized people, bring them within the surrounding of ICT-based lifelong learning experiences. So now I come here, I talk about challenges and issues. So I go all different places and I talk about things. So when I share this to you, I don't come from USA. I come from Norway, I come from Japan, I come from Nepal. So these are the things people ask. So which are the stakeholder group that you should think about? They are the technical support people. They have a stake in it. If they're not happy, your learning is not going to be meaningful. And also the organization. If university invests so much money, they want something back. Means student stays, they make money, the student learns, they get honor, respect from the society or the community they serve. So these are the stakeholders. So when you're creating e-learning, you know these are the main people that you have to deal with. And then many others, I don't know. So when we did this study, actually I did this study in 1997. It started still getting, I have written so many books, every places, filling. I talked to Harvard, talked to Columbia, everyone asking the same type of question. Students, even I went to places, so for example, where in Malaysia, oopsie, they're asking the question, same thing. Can I get to it right away? Accessible. Because in the screen, you have a small screen. In front of you, I can say so many things. On the screen, you have to make it, you have to learn. You can eat your rice this way, right? Or you can eat your rice this way too. So don't make it like this way, make it straight. Straight. What you put on the text should make sense. Well written. And you have to present it in a very authoritative way. If you start thinking, blah, 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 that's not internet, that's not online. Blah, blah can be when you talk to the on the side. Here, you have to use, if I go in USA, you have a store called Walmart. Walmart, you got everything in there. So if you ask my wife, Dr. Simagan, she's putting on the live, I guess. She's here, and she's the manager of e-learning for Federal Aviation Administration for U.S. government. So I had I went to surgery, so she was kind enough to come with me. And so, what I was saying, I forgot why I brought her name. Can anyone remind me?
Walmart.
Huh? Walmart. I went to Walmart once. One of my students, George Washington, she was like hiding away. Because people go to Walmart like people, simple, normal people like us. People with big cars and they go to big stores. I don't know Walmart. So she was hiding. I said, why are you hiding? I'm permanent instrument here. So at the Walmart, when you ask my wife, where is Badrul? Oh, he went to Walmart. You'll be thinking, why did he go to Walmart? Is he going to pick up the pharmacy medicine? Or he's going to pick up shark? Or he's going to pick up some banana? But if she says, oh, Badrul went to Kentucky Fried Chicken, you know Badrul is going to eat chicken. Right? So on the screen, make that they eat chicken. Don't let them wonder. So put more pertinent terms because they don't have the time. We used to have a computer-sized screen. Now it becomes a small smartphone, right? So you want them to read pages after pages, say one word, or you create the word so that they can stick in your brain. But do it make sense to you all?
Yes.
And they want is almost free like MOOCs. This is free. So the students becoming more smart buyer just because of things are finding free or cheap. They want flexible. This is what students globally want. That things flexible. I want to get it right now, or I will get it tomorrow. But I want to get it. So that's flexible. Now you're thinking, alrighty, it seems that if I create e-learning, I can take a vacation. I can go to, I've been to too many places, I don't know where to go. For example, I want to go to Florida for a vacation. And I will enjoy, my students will learn from my learning. That's not going to happen. They will send you email. No? That's why it has to be facilitated environment. You have no life, you are involved in online education. Because they are probably a desert in Saudi Arabia. They will send an email, sir, I sent my project, did you get it? So you answer. I had this situation, one time I was in Aramco in Saudi Arabia giving a keynote there, and one of my students from George Washington University who said, sir, did you get my assignment? I already told them, I said, don't send me those emails, because if you submit a assignment, automatically says that your assignment, but it's still students to send because they want to be close to me. Consider that I send my homework, right? So if you don't, because they're not with you, they always like to be connected. So can you create a system that they feel connected? So you cannot have a Florida vacation when you have online courses, sitting there for 2 weeks, I'm not going to respond anything. No, they will say, oh my, I did not answer. And then in this instructor evaluation, they said, for Dr. Khan, I sent an email. He said he's going to return in 48 hours. It's been 49 hours. He hasn't responded. You have no life. If you have e-learning, you have no life. But what can you do? Make your life little bit with pleasure and comfort in learning. That's what I'm going to talk about today. Because I want to see what kind of things they want. So each group has their own expectation. So professors want that you just take the course, pass the course, that make them happy. And technical people, they just don't want to hear, oh, my learning management system is not working, I cannot get to the course. It bothers them. So they don't want to hear anything. If it goes, no questions, they're happy. So you have to think that way, very globally. How about the university? UITM said, we did so many courses, spending millions of fingers. And what is the return on investment? They would ask you. So you better think about students' days that don't drop out. Dropout rate is pretty high. Okay, today, I was trying to do all these things to bring you to this framework. I want to talk to you about what are the appropriate criteria. In 1990, I always say this to my wife, I said, when I don't say 1990, I said 1996, because she looks very young. So people said, and I used to be young too. So I don't say 19 to make a really, I said 1997 at the University of Texas. I was thinking, when my book, The Web-Based Instruction, became a bestseller, people asking me, okay, show us, what are the important issues? Then I said, okay, if I send one of my graduate students to Amazon Forest, and the university asked me to teach a course online, how I will be able to teach that course. Then I started thinking, so many issues come. What is the library? Who I call? I don't see my professor. What are my